Hey guys, this week we're talking all about recipe substitutions and oven adaptations and sharing our favorite stews.
Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun.
Sit your butt down.
She's bossy.
Because I'm the boss.
Hi, and welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of As Good As It Gets.
I'm Cris.
And I'm Mikey.
And this is a weekly chat from our kitchen.
Welcome back, everybody. Everybody's been in full swing with the comments here lately, and we thank you very much. We've heard a lot of positive comments about stuff that y'all want to see, stuff that you have seen and you liked. A lot of recipes that I've done forgot about that people are really digging into. So
yes,
that's awesome.
And why are they telling you what their favorite recipe is, dear?
Because we asked them to. Because we said leave a comment down in the comments below of episode 1 of season 2, and a winning comment would be picked, and we would send them a mini casserole crock as well as the apron of their choice.
Now, by winning comment, he means a random comment.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the best comment, because they're all the best comments. They've been really good, but there is one comment that will be randomly picked.
Yes.
And I will throw a dart at my computer, and the one that sticks.
You're not, no.
Oh.
We're going to use random.org.
We're going to use, it's so random. But, yeah, the giveaway ends October
9th.
The 9th.
Which is midnight.
Midnight.
So it's technically Sunday night.
Yes. But no, it's technically Monday morning.
Early Monday morning.
Y'all will more than likely be asleep unless you're like us.
So just get your comment in before Sunday
on
night.
episode 1 of season 2.
Yes.
Comments anywhere else don't count.
Yeah, we'll put a link down below so you can make sure you've entered over there.
Yep.
In other update news, we had a bit of a math mistake. Anybody who knows me knows that I always say that, you know, math is not my favorite subject. And so we were ordering some fun bumper stickers for our patrons over on Patreon that have joined Miss Ad's Sticker Club. And guys, they came this week, and I was like, oh man. Our bumper stickers are these itty bitty
So if
stickers.
you drive a Barbie car, a smart car, or maybe a Mini Cooper, they'll fit.
So a much larger version of this itty bitty sticker is currently being printed again and being shipped to us to go to those that have signed up, those of our patrons over on Patreon that have signed up for Miss Ad Sticker Club. So, so if you want to check that out, we'll put the link down below. But in the meantime, we have a new, this new itty bitty sticker, and one of the ideas that we were talking about and some of the Crock Posse was talking about is they now can be Crock Pot stickers. So we're gonna like do stuff like this.
Or you can put them on your giant thermos.
There you go. So we've got these stuck all over our house now.
Got one on my, we put them on our laptops. Yep. I'm getting ready to put one on my guitar case. Yeah.
So in the future, we might be giving away, do some kind of fun, like a question and answer thing, and give away some what we're now calling pot stickers. You know, not the food that you love to eat, but rather these are our crock pot stickers.
Yeah.
Get it?
Or it'd be really cool if we ever came up with a cookbook, and they'd be awesome bookmarks.
There we go. There we go. One of these days. One of these days. Alrighty, well, that was talking about, you know, creating content, even if my math isn't really on par. Over on Patreon, that's also something that we have been working on with Mikey's first week on the job.
I ain't been fired yet. I must be doing something right.
And so we've been working on putting lots of cool content over there, but we've also been in the kitchen, and I currently can count 1, 2, 3 slow cookers cooking right now as we tape. We have another 2 show tapings we're going to tape for this channel for tomorrow. And we did an Instant Pot recipe today.
Yep. Our little volunteer fire department up the road is loving us.
Yes, yes.
We, a lot of times, will do some recipes, and now that I'm not working for the railroad anymore, and like Cris said, we've got so many slow cookers going, we got to do something with that food because we don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
And luckily, we've got some friends up at our fire department up the road, and they are now becoming big fans. Yes. Of the channel.
So we have found a replacement for feeding the railroaders who are a lot further away. Right. So we have a local area.
I drive a couple miles up the road, and those guys are all happy. So
that's really fun. But no, it's been really nice to have Mikey around to help us tackle some of the projects we're working on. We've got a lot of things in the works, and hopefully it'll also mean that you guys are going to start getting more recipes on the site. And so we are just cranking right along.
Yep. And if you haven't become a member of our Patreon site, you totally can. You're going to get early access to every single video, as well as some extra stuff that we're reserving just for the patrons over there. So check it out. There's many tiers. If you just want recipes, we've got something for you. Yep. If you want to see some of the fun stuff we do, there's a tier just for you. If you want to be on the inside scoop of things and get to hear some news that we haven't let out to everybody, for those of you who are on that side, there's a side just for you. Yeah. And there's all kinds of levels,
of fun stuff, but again, there's going to still be all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, we ain't stopping here. This is too much fun, and our family's too big over here.
Well, let's get to the fun. All right. So this Friday, as you guys know, we've been recapping what our Friday favorite was over on Recipes at Crock, and our Friday favorites this week was the theme of stews. And so, what is your favorite stew? That I was going to do that, but then I thought, man, that's cheesy. No.
Sorry, I ruined that for you.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite stew?
My favorite stew is absolutely the hobo stew.
Yes, and that is a Crock Posse submitted recipe from, I believe her name's Jackie. Yeah, she sent a couple of recipes that were really good.
She is. How did the kids say it? She is on fleek.
Oh my.
I don't know. Maybe
you're too old to be saying
I know.
That.
I've had two people that have put up comments on this week and saying, I think you guys are the bomb. Oh my gosh, I just totally dated myself. I'm like, but I get that reference, so I'm dating myself with it. But yeah, the hobo stew, ground beef, carrots, peas.
I remember the carrots from that recipe. Yeah, it was really good.
They added a sweetness to it and a crunch. So very, very good recipe. I dig the hobo stew.
Yes.
What about you?
I always joke that my favorite is the best stew I never made, but totally took the credit for. So this was back when I was working outside of the house, wasn't it? I don't know. Or maybe I was doing some client work or something like that. But anyhow, I had planned the recipe. I had bought all the ingredients, but I didn't end up getting to put it together. And I asked Mike to put it together, and then that night I came home and I ate it, and I kept commenting about how it was the best stew I have ever made, and he was like shaking, and it totally didn't register with me that I hadn't actually made it, that he had. So
see, we have a problem in this house is who gets credit for things. Like I don't know, maybe the name of the site. He
tells everybody that he came up with the name.
I did! I came up with goodness gracious. I came up with recipes that crock.
Whatever it takes to make you happy, dear.
You came up with the stew.
There we go. Yes.
And then a reader favorite of this that we've heard a lot from is the chuck wagon stew.
Yes, this is an Aunt Lou recipe on the site, and I think it is. I believe so. Did I? Like, there are so many recipes. Sometimes
like 700 and something.
Yes, but I hear from readers a lot that they really enjoy the chuck wagon stew. So much so that it's actually in our menu that we'll be sharing at the end of this episode with you guys. So, but with that, it's time for reader emails. Reader emails. So, as you guys may or may not know, we get so many emails in a week, be it comment notifications or actual emails to our email inbox. Like, it's overwhelming. So, what we are doing in this segment right now is trying to answer some of the questions that we are getting, like, 10 different people asking the same question.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that we keep getting over and over and over again is recipe substitutions. It can be everything from I don't like mushrooms to I'm allergic to nuts to I don't have this ingredient X, and
I don't have cream of mushroom soup. Can I use cream of blank?
Right.
Can I use this instead of this? Do I have to put this in there?
Right. So 9 times out of 10, our answer is going to be, I haven't tried that, but let us know how it goes.
Right.
Because we don't typically make any kind of recommendation that we haven't tested in our kitchen first. Now, if it's I want to leave the mushrooms out of like a pizza or, you know, something that isn't like so heavily mushroom oriented. Most of the time you can leave the mushrooms out. Most of the time you can leave the nuts out. Unless the nuts are a part of making a crust or something. But if it's like a topping, you know, if you don't like bacon,
leave the bacon out.
You can leave the bacon out.
If you want to put peppers in something we didn't put peppers in, think of it just like this. We're not the ones going to eat it. You are.
Exactly.
So if there's something that you want to add to it because you think it would taste good, try it out.
Give it a try. Yeah. And we always love to hear, we've had several recipes here recently. We love to hear from you guys when you do try different things. Because sometimes we'll make it the way you made it and give it a try and sometimes put that up on the site.
Kind of like, I don't know, maybe the creamy Mississippi stuff that we're trying out right now?
Yeah, the creamy Mississippi beef and the creamy Mississippi chicken. That totally came from a Crock Posse member and it is so yummy. Such a great idea.
I have said, I don't know, probably by now at least 100 times that my favorite recipe out of the over 700 that we've got on Recipes That Crock is the Mississippi beef roast. And I have said it over and over and over again, and it's been a challenge. You can't make anything better than the Mississippi beef roast. There's nothing better on there. My favorite is the Mississippi beef roast. You can't do anything to make it any better. And then a friend of ours from the Crock Posse said, I didn't have any butter, so I used cream cheese.
Yeah.
And guess what?
It
was made even better.
It was so yummy. And
yes.
So we have those 2 new recipes up on the site, and it was totally because somebody made a substitution and told us about it. So that's really, really cool. But there are times where I would not make a substitution, and that is with any kind of crock pot baking. Unless you are well versed in how to make those kinds of substitutions, you can always leave nuts out of something. Like that kind of thing. Right. Or you could substitute, like if it's cherry and you want peach instead or apple instead. Those kinds of substitutions are okay. But like I'm talking like flour and the liquid and eggs. You're going to have to know what you're doing to make those substitutions work. So, but again, if you ask us, we're not going to recommend something we haven't tried. And that also goes with the folks, like we often get asked, is there an oven conversion chart for your recipes to turn your recipes into oven recipes? And my answer is always no. I've seen those charts all over the place, but I will tell you, like, I don't trust it. Because, like...
They're an average.
No, and because the other piece is, like, even a slow cooker, I don't always trust the cooking time. I always make sure that I am there the first time I make something in a slow cooker that recipe has never been made in, because slow cookers can range. That's why a lot of times you see ranges on slow cookers anyhow. And so I don't think you can take a range like that and then just say all recipes that cook this long in the oven. Now, it's a good rule of thumb, and my biggest tip for you, if that's what you're wanting to do, is take the ingredients that you're using. So let's say we have our pork chop stuffing on Recipes That Crock, and let's say you want to make an oven version of that. Then I would type in the ingredients or that title name for an oven recipe and see about how long someone who's showing you how to do an oven recipe cooks theirs, if it has the same kind of meat cut and same kind of other type ingredients, and then just use the crock pot recipe to do that if it looks similar. Sometimes you know, your liquid will be a little bit different. Sometimes it won't, but that's just kind of like your jumping off point. It's just not easy to answer that question is the bottom line. And we're not willing to like just recommend to people stuff that we've not tried, because we don't want to set somebody up for something, you know, well, you told me that you thought this would work and then it didn't. Like that's, we want to test it, and maybe we can get around to testing more of those kinds of things. One of the things we're going to do with Mikey, now that he's here helping us all the time, is we're going to really start to try and tackle turning a lot of our slow cooker recipes into Instant Pot recipes too.
I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yes, and so we even tested one of those today, and it turned out amazing. You guys will see it next week. We're really excited about it. But so we're going to start trying to do those kinds of things, and I know we've heard from several of you that you want us to start showing you some air fryer recipes. So we've got our gadget guy over here who's going. So Aunt Lou and I are going to keep plugging along on the slow cooker recipes, and then we're going to have Mikey testing out all kinds of ways to use, you know, some of those other kitchen tools that are similar to the slow cooker, or, you know, that we might have.
Can we get a sous vide machine?
I don't know about that.
Oh.
We'll have to see.
Maybe.
I've heard a lot of people like them.
Has anybody out there used a sous vide machine? Anybody got one? Anybody know what I'm talking about? It's French for something French.
It's French for something French.
Yeah. Shows you how much I'm versed in that gadget. But yeah, I love working with the Instant Pot. Like I said, we did a recipe today. Can I tell them what it was?
No.
I can't tell you what it was.
Share it
but it was a very, 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 very popular recipe on the site as well as on the channel. And we turned it into an Instant Pot recipe and took an 8-hour recipe and turned it into about an hour recipe.
It was pretty sweet.
And let's just say that right now, the fire department is very happy with us.
How about that menu, dear?
I think that's a good idea. So, how about you tell them about it today, since I have no idea what the menu's going to be this week.
I can hardly see because I'm staring into those lights. So, I traveled this weekend, and while I was traveling, I was like writing all this out. So, we'll see if this all makes sense. Are you ready?
Were you driving and writing at the same time?
No, I was traveling on a 5-hour flight.
Oh, that's right.
Alrighty. So on Monday, we are going to have that chuck wagon stew that we were talking about. So
good stuff.
Put on your cowboy hat and have some stew.
I'm halfway there.
Did you do Cooking Chris's dishes on that?
I did.
That's why I thought we made it. I'm like, I think that's Lou's recipe, but I thought we made it too. Okay, so that's why. On Tuesday, we're going to have a version of Taco Tuesday with our chicken fajitas, which we have both a crock pot and an Instant Pot version of. So pick your device.
We should do a Cooking Chris's dishes on that.
Yeah, it is yummy.
Mainly because I'd like to have that for
Yes, it's very yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So Wednesday is our leftover day, or you can have our loaded cauliflower soup. And it's super cheesy and super filling. Love it, love it. Yum, yum, yum. So think similar to a loaded potato soup, except it is like a cauliflower soup, which is yummy. On Thursday, we've got our oh so flavorful pork roast with our extra cheesy mac and cheese. And so the extra cheesy mac and cheese is like that baked up mac and cheese, like the sliceable kind, if you guys know, because mac and cheese can be a million different ways, but this is like the baked up kind. So it's very yummy. It's got tons of cheese in it.
Baked mac and cheese is the best. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with being a little extra cheesy.
Ah, yes. That's your life motto, right? Then Friday, we like to do something fun for the kiddos, so we're going to whip up our taco bake.
Ole!
Yum, yum, yum. The snack this week is Aunt Lou's Rocky Road candy. It's so yummy and so much fun for the kiddos. Breakfast, we're going to take a little bit of a different spin and do Aunt Lou's spiced peaches.
There's nothing better than peaches. And for breakfast?
Yeah. See, when you go sweet on breakfast, you get to cheat just a little bit. It kind of, yeah. So, and then for dessert this week, we are going to do the cherry dump cake, because you can never go wrong with a dump cake.
That's a very popular recipe. A lot of people have commented saying that that's one of their favorite recipes on the site. And they're right. It's good.
Yes. So,
let's recap. I'm still employed. And don't forget to
enter that giveaway.
You've got to be a subscriber, and you need to put a comment down below on episode 1 of season 2. That would be 2 episodes ago, and then we will let one of y'all know here come early Monday morning, late Sunday night,
yes.
Whatever you want to call that wee minute.
That's really good to point out, because we get people asking us questions like right after it ends. We'll announce at next week's show. So we have to get a hold of the person and get their information and order the slow cooker for them before we announce to everybody. And hopefully we'll be able to announce at next week's show.
So pay attention.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us this week.
Thank you guys for watching every single week, giving us your comments, giving us that love, and speaking life into us, and hopefully we're doing the same for you.
Yes.
And if you want to check us over at our Patreon site, that is patreon.com/recipesthatcrock. We'll have the link right here as well as in the description. So give us a like down below. Give us a subscribe if you haven't become a member yet. Do them comments. Check us over at Patreon, and whatever y'all do, have a blessed week.
Send us your questions.
Send us your comments.
Bye.
My foot's asleep.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You pulled my hair. And spit your gum out, please. Not funny.
I need something to spit out.
It's called the trash can.
Means I gotta get up.
Yes. There is hang on. There is a giant stink bug flying up there. Not you.
That's getting cut.
We're gonna cut all of this. Those are my hazard lights. Woo! Give a shot to our...
Shot.
Ow! Okay. Don't.
That's so going in.
No,
Here we
it's
go.
not.